All right, so in this video, I'm gonna I want to first start off by saying, uh, before my video, I did say that I would change the scenery. You know, I'm not always gonna be in my room, but I decided to stay in the my room for a minute because I'm having back pain, a lot of lower back pain. So, I still want to be able to still, drop videos and give you guys content. So I will be dropping a second video today. Um, but today's topic is going to be talking about. I have my notes, so just give me a second. The golden rule. But it's going to be revolving a lot because I was reading this book by Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki, Why We Want You to Be Rich. And before this is not my book, this is actually my god brother, so I was reading this. So I will say that I want to first ask you guys, have you ever read a book before and you just read one thing out of that book and you were just like, I don't need to hear anymore. I don't need to read anymore. That's it. That's exactly, yes, absolutely. Yeah, I know I'm wearing the same thing from yesterday. After this, I'm going to go ahead and, get dressed and stuff. I've been up for a couple hours. I decided to take a nap because I was in a lot of pain. So, I'm just back on it, but I'm still going to keep dropping content regardless. So one thing that I will say that interests me a lot in this book, and I do recommend that you guys actually purchase this book. You buy it or you read it, or if you have read it, or it's very interesting. One thing I will say, that a lot of things is going to revolve around not only just what Donald Trump said, but Robert Kiyosaki, but it's also going to talk about the golden rule because they had a quote in here. Okay, it was about Warren Buffett, but Warren Buffett had said something, and I looked this up online. I researched this. So Warren Buffett said, "To become rich, you must know what you are doing." So that was a quote that was in there. But not just only that really stood out to me. Yes, you're supposed to know what you're doing. But one thing that when I researched and tried to figure out what did Warren Buffett mean by, when you are rich, like not just only the true meaning of being rich or wealthy, but honestly, what really makes a person rich? Like, what is something that is the most important thing? And Warren Buffett talked about love. Okay. And let me pull this quote up actually on my phone. I had I had to take a shot of this because this was very important to me, and I feel like it stood out. It really did stand out. Okay, um, so he says, the ultimate test of how you have lived your life. The trouble with love is that you can't buy it. You can buy sex, you can buy testimonial dinners, but the only way to get love is to be lovable. It's very irritating if you have a lot of money. You'd like to think you could write a check. I'll buy $1 million worth of love. But it doesn't work that way. The more you give love away, the more you get. And not only does he just only say that, and what that means to me is saying that not just only is you being how much you have in your account is matters most, okay? But really, what matters most is how you treat others. And he also has this quote that says, "We treat people how we want to be treated." But he switched it around by saying, "Treat others the way they want to be treated." And I remember when I was watching The Secret and the Law of Attraction, you serve other people. That's what makes you wealthy, by being a servant to others. Okay, and also thinking and acting selflessly without expecting anything in return. Okay, now everything that I'm going to say, it might throw you off in a loop and you might think that I'm bouncing back and forth, but I have a point to everything that I'm about to give to you. The reason I decided to touch upon this, because this is the golden rule. Actually, I just told you about it. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Okay, look at things from someone else's point of view. I have always been the type of person that would look at things in my perspective rather than the other person's perspective, and that was never fair for them. because I'm always seeing it in my way and thinking that my way is always the best way without actually taking the time to see that another person's point of view can actually teach me more than what I actually know as of right now. And even my god brother had made a statement, you need to educate yourself more. And that is true. It wasn't to, at first I thought it was an attack, but when I actually decided to digest that and actually put that into, look at it from his perspective, he was saying that don't be so quick to judge something that you haven't even learned. Don't be so quick to say, oh, that's wrong, or this isn't right, okay? Because if we really do think about it, okay, if we really do start to think about things, I don't think we take the time to actually ask ourselves, what if I did learn about this? How can I actually broaden my knowledge, okay? Being more open-minded to new ideas and possibilities. And that's what people who are wealthy do. They're very open-minded to new ideas and other possibilities and interested in what other people have to say, okay? And I feel like that's one thing that's important. He also says choose a culture of love, okay? And also do what you love. In the world of business, the people who are most successful are those who are doing what they love. And one thing I can say, I say this all the time, I love to do what I do, which is not just only putting content, but actually being able to research. I was up this morning researching, and I decided to read, you know, and just that one thing that just pointed out to me. And it's so crazy because one sentence can mean a whole lot. And I'm the type of person that likes to look at the small details. A lot of people say I overanalyze things, and sometimes I can. But the reason is because I'm always looking for a deeper meaning and trying to figure out, what does this really mean, okay? Because it's always the smallest details that we tend to miss, and it's always those details that you must actually look more into. And I feel like when a person is doing what they love and they are following their passion, eventually, yes, sometimes we have to do things for free. We will have to do certain things and not get paid for that, but eventually it will bring you income. And I want to say that my goal is to really be remembered as a person who not only wanted to inspire millions and millions of people around the globe, but also the person who actually did things out of a selfless act. I'm not doing this because I want money. I'm doing this because I actually want to inspire people and motivate people. And I feel like that's something that I've never even known for this to be something that I could be good at, to inspire people as well as myself. Because I said, like before, I've come from a very dark place in my life. And I used to see things very negatively. And ever since I started to affirm and started to really just focus on being more loving to others, and not even just only being just loving to others, but actually seeing people for who they are, and not judging them. Because I wouldn't want someone to judge me for my past mistakes, so why would I want to continue to judge someone or judge other people? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when you actually find a passion for something that you really love to do, which is anything, it can be anything. Writing, I also write as well. I have a lot of passion for a lot of things. I do like music. I actually made a couple of songs with my god brother. I put that on hold because I feel like this is something that I really want to do, and I decided to do this, and this was the first thing that came to mind. Music was always something that I love, and it will always be something I love, but this is something that I really do enjoy doing. Okay? And the reason I decided to really make this video and talk about this specific topic of the golden rule that Warren Buffett was talking about is because so many people don't really understand, like, for example, when I was watching The Law of Attraction, The Secret, The Secret was talking about how when we start to change our vibration and start to actually feel as if though everything that we want, we already have it, okay? Or feeling, and not only just that, but also like with love, okay? For example, relationships. When you really care for someone and when you really want to be with someone, it should be about that person. It shouldn't always be about you. I've always been that kind of person that would be selfish, okay? And I started to learn and actually understand that when you are, even not even just in a loving relationship, but even with friends, you should always be able to fit yourself in their shoes, but listen to them and see what's on their mind, or what's going on with them instead of always wanting to talk about you, because it's not always about you, and it's not fair if you see things from a perspective. And I feel like that's one thing that really honestly grasped my attention and pulled me in. It pulled me in because it was like, wow, it's not about how much money you have in your bank account. You can have over trillions of dollars and still be an absolute a-hole, and that people do not like, and your name, and when people hear your name and they just think of all these things that you do, and then all of these negative things and that come up, that's something that I would not want. Okay. And also, going a little bit further from that, I want to talk about what Donald Trump had said, because he said this in the book, and I believe it was either, hold on, give me 1 second, I may have to open the book. It was either Donald Trump or Robert Kiyosaki that mentioned this. Give me one. Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, Donald Trump did say this. He says, let's try to start thinking like that no matter where we live or what we do, the worst thing for us individually and as a nation is to become passive observers or to slowly sink into our comfort zones. And I looked up the word passive, and passive is looking and watching, not taking action. And passive observer is someone who does not pay attention. And when he said, let's try to start thinking like that no matter where we live or what we do, the worst thing for us individually and as a nation is to become passive observers or to slowly sink into our comfort zones. I feel like that quote is powerful. And in my perspective, I feel like what he's saying is, when you're at a position, right, and being a passive observer, that you're only doing so much to get by, okay, and you only stay where you're comfortable. Successful people, they don't stay in their comfort zones. They do things out of the ordinary. They don't stay where they're comfortable, because where they're comfortable, they know they're not going to grow. So if you stay in your own comfort zone and you stay just doing the same things over and over again, like they say, I think Warren Buffett had mentioned, people keep expecting, or it was either Albert Einstein or Warren Buffett, one of them, people keep expecting you do the same things over and over again, but you expect a different result. It's not going to happen. And I also feel one thing he does go on to say in this book, okay, is to, Robert Kiyosaki actually mentioned, is to change the way you think. Because it doesn't matter what or where you are, okay? It doesn't. You just have to be able to see yourself wanting to do more. Not even just see yourself wanting to, but actually taking the action to do that. Do as of such. And when he says passive observers or sinking into our comfort zones, we're just sitting and watching our lives go by, or we're sitting and watching other people be successful, or we're not taking action. We're not taking notes, okay? And we're not truly paying attention because we're just so comfortable. If you know that every day you get up every morning and you're on Instagram and you're scrolling through your phone. I used to do that when I was 15. It's always just, that was my comfort zone, because I was always comfortable scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through nothing, not really paying attention to life and just letting life pass me by. Because I was so interested or so passive, I was such a passive observer that I wouldn't even be paying attention to class. I would just be over here, oh no, I'm just scrolling, just on the phone, not really paying attention. I don't really care what's important right now. And The reason I want to say this all has a point is because not only does this talk about just only changing your thoughts, but this also talks about how really the true meaning of becoming wealthy, okay? It is really you changing. It's just you changing as a whole. This is you literally changing as a whole. I'm not saying your body. I'm not saying changing your physical appearance. I'm not saying get new eyes. And I'm not saying get new lips and noses. What I'm saying is you changing your perspective all day, ever since then. I've been doing nothing except listening to Neville Goddard over and over and over again. It's repetition, affirming over and over and over again, repetition. And just so I can change my thought pattern. I'm on a mental diet. Yes, I am. I'm doing a 7-day challenge. I had to redo it, had to start over again. It was negative stuff. So I think I started, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. So anyway, this all has a point to it because, see, everyone wants to get to the riches. Everyone wants to get to the money. And I mentioned this before. I'm not saying the money isn't important. I'm not saying that, Alize, you just trying to tell us this, that, and the third, and yeah, we shouldn't, the money, what about the money, what about hustling, this, that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the most important thing is to really realize your thinking pattern is important, how you treat others, what you're doing, okay, and what are you doing to help help other people. Don't just become rich, don't just become wealthy, but what are you doing to help to inspire others? That's just how I see it, okay? And it's like, he doesn't say, I think Robert Kiyosaki said, don't teach them not how, but why they became rich. Why they became rich. Why are they millionaires and billionaires? Why did they write this book? Okay? And I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't even been reading it like that, but I read it today, and I've been coming, I do my little meditations and stuff like that. And when I do my meditations, I get downloads. Okay? I get downloads. So I get downloads, and then, my intuition guides me and tells me what I should talk about. And I believe that not only just, this might be all over the place. I really don't want it to, but I have a whole point. Like I said, I see not only just being rich and filthy rich and all of these things in your bank account. I honestly believe that what really makes you successful is being selfless and you treating others the way they want to be treated, and you following your passion. And I believe I said this before, you following your passion and you knowing why you want to become rich. Because I don't think a lot of us ask ourselves, why do we want to be rich? Why? I want to be rich because I want to give back. I want to be wealthy because I want to give back. I have things to do. I have a purpose that I need to, I am obligated to complete. That's just what it is, bottom line. I'm not rich in this because I want to buy new clothes and fancy stuff. No. And it's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying, oh, you got to give everything, you don't have your little spending money. No. I'm not saying that. It's nice, shoes and stuff. But even, I'm going to state this right now because I'm going to state this right now. This is probably, this is most likely a manifestation of self. When I am wealthy, you will not see me buying $500 shoes and shirts and clothes and all that. I'm not like that. I'm going to be a very normal person. Only because to me, like, money is something that we have to afford or get the things that we need. However, money is not the all and be all. It does not buy happiness, and it does not buy love. So there's a lot of people who are very wealthy and very rich, and they're miserable. Okay, and it depends on how you get this money, because don't be Nino Brown had mentioned there's some certain people that be getting rich fast. Okay, and we don't know. I'm not judging nobody, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, I think we have to ask ourselves that question. And that's why when I talk to my friend of mine, we talk about why just not only we just want to be rich, or no, we talk about what we love to do. We talk about the passion, our drive, and what keeps us doing what we're doing. And what's not going to stop us, okay, despite what may happen. And I feel like Warren Buffett was really onto something when he said this. Like, the golden rule is the most important thing. Treat others the way they want to be treated. And I've honestly, like I said, this is a whole point to all of this, okay? And when we really think about the world, the government, and the system, we, like, just during this COVID-19 thing, this whole crash, this system thing, jobs, people lost jobs, and a lot of, there were a lot of people who were employees who lost their jobs and stuff like that, okay? And during this time, Donald Trump did mention, he says, we want them to be rich to solve their financial problems, okay? It was either him or Kiyosaki, I think it was him. Too many people bet on the government and problem pension because we're always looking for the handout. See, an employee is working for a check. An entrepreneur is trying to find out another way to make money, or find out the way to make money. And if you really think about all of this, you'll see that it's all about, even from when Jim Rohn, Les Brown, Eric Thomas, all these people, these successful people that talk about you, they always will mention your passion and what you want to do with it, and how much effort and what you are going to put into it to make it happen. Now, yes, I believe in that, but I do not believe that, I believe, honestly, life is how you see it is. If you see life as being hard, then it's going to be hard. But if you perceive it as being easy and something different, then it's going to be different. That's why I believe in the power of manifestation. Because whatever you are manifesting will become your reality. Whatever you're imagining is going to become your reality. So if you're thinking all day about being rich and millions and billions of dollars and all these things, I'm not saying, I'm not finna put a video out telling you don't just sit there and then it just comes. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, in my perspective, you actually having a passion for something, or you wanting to do something, you're gonna put in the effort. You're gonna start where you can. Like, you're not gonna worry about how you start. You're just gonna start it, okay? Because you're passionate about it. And see, that's true. Relying on the government system and stuff. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I wasn't up in there, getting the government. Not, of course, it happens. But what I'm saying is, what I'm starting to learn at this age as of right now, okay, because I'm 24, I'm learning that it's not about just only being rich, but why, and what am I going to do as of right now, or what am I doing as of right now to actually set myself up for the rest of my life? Because I mentioned this before, this isn't the only thing that I'm doing. Oh no. But not just for me. See, I want to be a motivational speaker, and because I feel I have the voice and the power to inspire people. I remember there's a friend of mine, he said, Alize, you are a very powerful woman, you just don't know it yet. And I've never seen myself that way. I used to see myself very negative. Now I'm telling myself I am the woman that has it all. And I'm going to keep saying it. In my head, of course. To have conversations with myself and to understand and know why I want to do what I want to do. Why am I worth this much money? Why do I want to make this much money? Why do I want to be rich? What are the reasons as to why, and how am I going to solve my financial problems? But not only just solve my financial problems, not just only just solve it for me, because I want to give back. I want to come back and give. I'm the type of person that I want everyone to eat. I want everybody to eat. There is no such thing as I'm just at the table and I'm just having all the meals and I got all the desserts. I want everyone. And I believe that that's something that is very important. And so what I want to make to this is my point is, The golden rule. Look at someone else's point of view. Don't just be so quick to think that you can do things, okay, always on your own. You do need a support system. You do. Even if it's that one friend, that one family member. And sometimes it can be yourself. It may be you, but I guarantee you there's someone out there that's going to be willing to help you as well. And you see it from that person's point of view, okay? And you guys will start to see things, you will start to develop new ideas and new skills. Certain things I talk about with my friend, and he's the one that really just gives me new ideas. Because his mind is so, he's very intelligent. And I'm just like, wow, I'm feeding off of this and this knowledge that he's giving me. Okay? So don't just think of just money as a whole, but why? And what are you going to do with it? That's the most important thing. And yes, you should remember how you treat people. I know. I've treated people wrong in my past. But I am no longer my past because that's not where I planted my seed. I planted my seed here and my seed is growing. And it will grow. And it's growing as of right now. Okay? So I'm no longer that person. But I do know how it is when you mistreat other people and when other people will mistreat you. Okay? And the most important thing is to remember is you don't have to being successful does not mean that you have a lot of zeros in your bank account. That doesn't make you successful. I really honestly feel what makes you successful is the fact of being open-minded, is the willing to help other people, and doing exactly what you love, and following that as a whole. Now, I probably will make another video on this about what Donald Trump was talking about, the financial problems, the government, and going a little bit deeper into that, most likely. I haven't forgot about the manifestation video. Please give me time on that. I will be dropping another video today, okay? But what I do want to leave with you today is, where do you see yourself? And, well, no, not where you see yourself. It's not the talent of being rich, but it's the desire of being rich. And I think Donald Trump talked about this. No, Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki. Because honestly, it's really like the desire, and what is something you desire? What is your desired, like something that you desire to do? Okay? And I think that that's something that is the most important thing to really think about, because I've been thinking about that. Not only just thinking about it, but I've been actually really putting, pieces together. But later on I will be dropping another video, okay, later on today. So like I said, I've been studying. Lately I have been I was exercising, but right now I can't, until I figure out what's going on with my back, okay, my lower back. I had exercise yesterday, and let me tell you, afterwards the pain was terrible. But yeah, it was terrible. But anyway, I'm gonna drop another video today. But like I said, I'm gonna go a little bit more deeper into this because I want to talk a little bit more about this. I may talk about a little bit more about this tomorrow, actually. Okay, and really get more deeper into it, because I'm gonna read the rest of the book. Not the whole book today. I could, but read some more of the book today as well. But Yeah, so the title of this will be the golden rule. Okay, I want to make that the title of this video, because it 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 really revolves around, like I said, it's, don't just only base it off of just being rich and being, everyone wants to be rich. Who don't want to be rich? But endless amount of cash, okay? But just really, my whole thing is to really sit down and really start taking notes of what you want to do, because I have notes. When I was like I said on Les Brown's teachable thing, he said, how much money do you want to make? And I put a certain amount of money that I want to make, and why. What are you going to do? Why do you think that you are worthy to make this much, like this kind of money? Like, why do you feel like you can make this kind of money? And what will you do with it? What will this do? How will this change your life? Things we don't ask ourselves, because it's, I want an endless amount of money, but why? Why do you want this endless amount of money? And I want to be able to provide for my future family, which will be my wife and my kids, as well as my family. Okay, my nieces and my nephews as well. But I want when I die, they won't be left in debt. They won't be left with nothing. They'll have something. And not even just that, I want to give back to other people. I want to give back to the needy. Even in the time of me not having as much, I still give back to the needy. I always do. Not the needy, but I want to rephrase that. Not the needy. I want to take that back. I don't like that. I want to give back to the I want to give back to people. Okay? So I've always been that person. I've never, like I've just been that person, because when I see people, I know what it feels like. I was homeless for a certain amount of time, and during that time of being homeless, I had to snap out of it, and I had to tell myself, no, absolutely not. I need to do or make a way, and I always find a way. If you know me, or if you know me and you're watching this video and you know me, I always find a way all the time. And I don't know how I do it, but I find a way, okay? But I do want to give back to those, because I like I said, even I've always been that type of person to do that. And for some reason, that's one reason why I really want to inspire people is to do this, to give back, okay? To leave people with knowing that Alizé was that person that spoke the words that not only just made me feel it in my heart and in my soul and my spirit, but her words were so powerful that they moved me into action and wanting to actually do something with my life. Because not only am I just only inspiring people, but I'm inspiring myself. I didn't, have this kind of motivation. I was not feeling this way. I was not waking up feeling like I'm the woman that has it all. Even despite people may not believe it. Okay, but Neville Goddard said it's not something to even boast about. It's not something to, no, it's just, you planted a seed and I planted a seed, so that seed is growing. And that's just the end of that. So that's really, honestly, that's really much I have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, okay? A to the L to the I to the Z to the E, okay? This computer pauses a lot. I think it's because of the apps, okay? You just got your daily dose of Alizé, okay? Legend Z, baby. So yeah, the title of this will be called The Golden Rule. I believe this fits all together. So that's what the title is going to be, okay? So I will be dropping another video later on today. Like I said, I won't be moving too many places. I mean, I can walk, but it really hurts. But the reason I want to change my sceneries is because I want to, expand, and I want to go out and film. And I did filming yesterday for the first time in the open. I've never done that. And me filming outside in front of, like, there were people I felt confident, okay? I've never felt like that before. So, the title of this is going to be called The Golden Rule. So I will be dropping another video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Any questions, any comments, you already know, drop them in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the video, and goodbye.